Good evening, everyone. This is Dhanush Ashwin, and we are going to see about what is cybercrime and what are the threats and the solutions for it. So, generally, what is a cybercrime? Cybercrime is a criminal activity that either targets or uses a computer network or a network devices. But most, not all cybercrime is committed by cybercriminals or hackers who want to make money. Cybercrime is carried out by an individual or an organization. So, cybercrime is also known as computer crime that refers to any crime that involves a computer and a network. It is an attack of information about individual corporations or governments. Although the attacks do not take place on a physical body, they do take place on the personal or corporate virtual body, which is the set of informational attributes that define people on institution on the internet. Computer can be considered as a tool in a cybercrime when the individual is the main target of cybercrime. In addition, cybercrime also includes traditional crimes that been included with the access of internet. For example, telemarketing, internet fraud, identity theft, and credit card account thefts is simple. In simple words, cybercrime can be defined as a violence action that can be conducted using computer or other devices. Types of cybercrime activities. Cybercrime ranges across a spectrum of activities. At one end, crimes that involves fundamental breaches of personal or corporate privacy, such as assaults on the integrity of the information held in digital depositories and the use of illegally obtained digital information to blackmail a firm or an individual. At the other end of the spectrum are those crimes that involve attempts to disturb the actual workings of the internet. These ranges from spam, hacking, and denial of service attacks against a specific sites to acts of cyber terrorism, that is, the use of the internet to cause public disturbance and even death. Methods of crime. Criminal committing activities use number of methods depending on the skill and their goal sets. Hence, there are some of the different ways cybercrime can take shape. Theft of personal data, copyright infringement, fraud, child pornography, cyber stalking, bullying. Usually, a single event from the perspective of the victim. An example An example would be there where the victim unknowingly downloads a Trojan horse virus which installs a keystroke logger on his or her machine. Keystroke logger allows the hacker to steal private data such as internet banking and email passwords. Another common form of type 1 cybercrime is phishing. This is where the victim receives a supposedly legitimate email with the link uh, that leads to a hostile website. Once the link is clicked, the PC can be affected with the virus. Hackers often carry out type 1 cybercrime by taking advantage of the flaws in a web browser to place a Trojan horse virus into the unprotected victim computer. Any cybercrime that relates to theft or manipulation of data or service via hacking or viruses identify the theft and the bank or e-commerce fraud. Type 2 cybercrime. They tend to be much more anxious, serious, and covers things such as cyber stalking and harassment, child prediction, extortion, blackmail, stock market manipulation, complex corporate espionage, and planning or carrying out terrorist activities. It is generally an ongoing series of events involving repeated interaction with the targets. For example, the target is contacted in a chat room by someone who over time attempts to establish a relationship. Eventually, the crime exploits the relationship to commit a crime. More often, it is facilitated by programs that do not fit under the classification crimeware. For example, conversation may take place using IM, that is called instant message. Clients or files may be transferred using FTP. These are the tools that is used in cybercrime. Uh, the software tools in cybercrime are sometimes refers to as crimeware. Crimeware is a software that is used in the commission of criminal act, not generally regarded as a desirable software or hardware application, not involuntarily enabling the time. Like cybercrime itself, the teen crimes covers a wide range of different malicious or potentially malicious software. Next, we are going to see about crimeware bots. So, what is crimeware bot? Bot term is a short word for robot or one of the most sophisticated types of crimeware facing the internet today. Bots like worms and trojans that earn their unique name by performing a wide variety of automated tasks on behalf of their master, that is the cyber criminals, who are often safely located somehow far across the internet. Tasks that bots can perform run the gamut from the sending spam to blasting websites of the internet as part of the coordinated denial of service attacks. Bots sneak onto a person's computer in many ways. Bots often spread themselves across the internet by searching for vulnerable, unprotected computers to infect. When they find an exposed computer, they quickly infect the machine and report back to their master. Their goal is to stay hidden until they are woken by their master to perform a task. So bots are that quiet. Sometimes the victims first learn of them when their internet service provider tells them that their computer has been spamming other internet users. Bots do not work alone, but are part of a network of infected machines called a botnet. Botnets are created by attackers repeatedly, infecting victims' computer using one or several techniques mentioned above. Next is crimeware, trojans and spyware. Trojan horse and spyware are the two of the most popular methods used by cybercriminals. Trojan horse. A Trojan horse program presents itself as a useful computer program which it actually causes havoc and damage to your computer. Increasingly, Trojans are the first stage of an attack, and their primary purpose is to stay hidden while downloading and installing a stronger threat such as a bot. Unlike a virus or and worms, Trojan horses can spread by themselves. They are often delivered to victim through an email message where it masquerades as an image or a joke, or by a malicious website which installs the Trojan horse on a computer through vulnerables in web browser. After it is installed, the Trojan horse lurks silently on an infected machine, invisibly carrying out its mission, such as downloading spyware while the victim continues with their normal activities. Next is spyware. Spyware is a general term used for programs that covertly monitor your activity on your computer, gathering personal information such as usernames, passwords, account numbers, files, and even driver license or social security number. Some spyware focuses on monitoring a person's internet behavior. This type of spyware often attacks the places you visit and things you do on the web, the emails you write and receive, as well as your instant message conversation. After gathering this information, the spyware then transmits the information to another computer, usually for advertising purposes. Spyware is similar to a Trojan horse in that user unknowingly installs the product when they install something else. However, while this software is almost unwelcome, so it can be used in some instances for monitoring the conjugation with an investigation and in accordance with the organization policy. So, importance of cybersecurity in cybercrimes. Everyday criminals are invading countless homes and offices across the nation, not by breaking down windows and doors, but by breaking into laptops, personal computers, and wireless devices via acts, bits of malicious code. The collective impact of staggering. Billions of dollars are lost every year repairing systems hit by such attacks. Some take down vital systems, disrupting and sometimes disabling the work of hospital, banks, and 911 service around the country. Now let's see who is behind such attacks. It runs the gamut from the computer geeks looking for bragging rights to business trying to gain an upper hand in the marketplace by hacking competitor websites, from rings of criminals wanting to steal your personal information and sell it in black market to spies and terrorists looking to rob our nation of vital information or launch cyber strikes. Today, these computer in- intrusion cases, counter-terrorism, counterintelligence, and criminal are the paramount priorities of our cyber program because of the potential relationship to national security. Cybercrime is the body of technologies, process, and practices designed to protect network, digital equipment, information, and service from the unintended or unauthorized access, change, or destruction. In a computing text, in a computing context, the term security implies cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is the process of applying security measures to ensure confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. It attempts to ensure the protection of assets, which includes data, desktop, servers, buildings, and most importantly, humans. The goal of the cybersecurity is to protect data both in transit and at rest. Countermeasures can be put in place, thereby increasing the security of data. Some of these measures include, but are not limited to, access control, awareness training, audit and accountability, risk assessment, penetration testing, vulnerability management, security assessment, and authorization. Let's see the types of computer security. Types of computer security risk include virus, spyware, and malware. To help you to understand types of computer security, an entire theory has been divided into three parts: internet and network security, standalone computer security, data loss accidents. Internet security is one of the most people are concerned with as it's deal with malware hackers. The network security deals with the security problems on networks of any size. These includes external problems as well as problems from the user computers inside the network. Standalone computers refers to computers that are not connected to any network. This part will cover the possible security vulnerables on such system. Finally, the data loss part is applicable to networks and computers in the networks as well as standalone computers. What to do if you are a victim? There is a non-stop flood of Trojan bots and phishing attacks assaulting the internet every day, and identify thefts can happen to anyone. If you believe you have been a victim of online fraud or crimeware, there are series of steps you can take it to respond and recover from the incident. Disconnect immediately. Unplug the network cable, phone, or cable line from your machine. This can prevent data from being leaked back to the attacker. Scan your computer with up-to-date antivirus program such as Norton Virus or Norton Internet Security, as it clears up all the viruses. Back up your critical information. Sensitive data may be leaked by crimeware, and it also may be in inadvertently destroyed or lost during the cleanup effort. If you have backup software installed, make a copy of your valuable files. Consider going back to ground zero by reinstalling the operating system of your computer or using backup software. Close affected accounts immediately and file a police report. Set up a fraud alert with the three national consumer reporting agencies as given in the example. Contact government agency if your driver license or social security number has been stolen. How to combat the threats? In recent years, we have built a whole new set of technology and investigative capabilities and partnership, so we are as comfortable chasing outlaws in cyberspace as we are down back alleys and across contaminant. That includes a cybercrime division at FBI headquarters to address cybercrime in a coordinated and cohesive manner. Specially trained cyber squads at FBI headquarters and in each of our 56 field offices, staffed with agencies and analysts who protect against the investigative computer intrusions and theft of intellectual property and personal information, child pornography, and exploitation and fraud, online fraud. uh, New cyber action teams that travel around the world on a moment notice to assist in computer intrusion cases and that gather vital intelligence that help us identify the cyber crimes that are most dangerous to our national security and our economy. Our 93rd Computer Crime Task Force, national-wide, that combines state-of-art technology and the resources of our federal, state, and local counterparts. A growing partnership with the federal agencies, including the System of Defense, the Department of Homeland Security, and other, which share similar concerns and resolve in combating cybercrime. So the recent trends in security. Windows allows waves of passwords. A new feature in Windows 10 addresses a common frustration among gadget lovers: the inconvenience and security of passwords. A biometric system like Windows Hello has security and usability advantages over conventional passwords. The security advantages come from the asymmetric cryptography, where the only secrets are stored on the user device and one and not in the cloud. This protects users from losing authentication credentials if a service they use is ever breached by an adversary, because there are no credentials or secrets stored on a server. Biometric authentication has been growing in popularity in the mobile phone arena, where fingerprint scanners are built into some popular phone models. It's less popular on desktop though, where scanners need to be purchased separately. The inclusion of facial and iris recognition in Windows may boost the popularity of biometric authentication on computing devices. Reputed and well-paid jobs for the technical analyst, digital forensics examiners, fraud detectors, investigative supporters, cybersecurity engineer, intelligence analyst, incident response engineer trainers, etc. are in maximum demand nowadays. Because of widespread demand in both the public and private sector, IT professionals have more opportunities to work with the stakeholders in various fields. Since cybercrime is growing rapidly, cybercrime investigation and security is simultaneously evolving as a career option. Cybercrime investigators help to deter the negative security incidents by solving crimes that are conducted in cyberspace and gathering feedback from those cases that will help secure network from the future attacks. Mm, the second day involved the exploration of credit debit cards, fraud investigation with the case studies, investigation of phishing cases with the case studies, the anonymous methodology used by cyber criminals and fundamental of computer system forensics, search and seizure techniques and recovery of deleted data with hands-on practice with the open source software application for mobile and computer system. And that's all we are seeing about cybersecurity. Thank you for watching.